to hope we're not muted. I'm going to assume we're not muted. I'm going to hope and assume we're not muted. So, with that being said, how you guys doing? Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. As you can tell by the title, we got a lot of things to talk about. And I say a lot of things, I mean a lot of things. Like, there's so many things we gotta talk about. Honestly, we might not actually have to do the whole, what else was I gonna talk about? That's, we might not have to do that at all today, because there's a lot to talk about. Alright? There's a lot to talk about. What's up, Randall? Hope you're doing well today. I'm so tired of it raining, bro. This is like the rainiest year we've had in a long time. I'm crying. I'm like, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm very happy about a couple things too. Well, I won't say a couple things. One of the things I'm very happy about. Good a bit. Had to go to orientation. How you doing? Oh, got orientation. You got a job, my boy? What kind of job you got? You gotta tell me the specific job, like maybe like position. Oh, school. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Filling out papers. I don't even get paid. Are you positions like school position? Are you like a teacher assistant? Like a intern type thing? Because no interns don't get paid. No. How you doing, Renee? All right. So first thing we talk about. If y'all live in Texas, I know you are pissed. If you guys live in Texas and you're a smoker, I know you're pissed and that you are reasonably pissed. So if you guys don't know, apparently either it's already gone through or it's pending going through. But Texas plans to get rid of hemp products. But so basically, you go into a smoke shop in Texas, you're not going to be able to get anything with hemp in it. So if you like to smoky smoke, you ain't going to be able to do that. Now, this does affect me for two reasons. Number one, I do not live in Texas. Number two, I'm not really a big smoker. Well, actually, I'm not a smoker in general, but I have had gummies before, right? I've had THC gummies, and I took them because I thought they would help with my pain. Like I thought it would help distract me from the pain, because sometimes my body be attacking me and shit. Um, and the thing about taking THC while you're in pain, uh, off the alcoholic gummies, exactly. How you doing, Seth? What's that? Is that thunder? Oh yeah, we have some thunder going on, but as long as nothing happens, I should probably turn my PC off. This thing is already. Hold on. Yeah, I'm talking about the PC in a minute too, because I have a good report on that. Let's go ahead and turn you off, buddy, because I just got you back working, bro. We're not finna go through this again. But yeah, there's some thundering going on outside, and all types of stuff. Uh, yeah, I took the THC gummies because I thought they would help me with my pain, and they don't really help you with pain, at least me, because when I took the gummies, it all it did was move my pain around. It kind of played with my pain a little bit, because one second it'll be in my back, another second it'll be in my arms, and then in my neck, and it's like, what? Why are you moving the pain around, bro? How is it even possible? How is it possible for pain to move around like that? But apparently, that's what was happening. So I don't consume it. I don't consume THC anymore. Um, but for those of you who do, and you live in Texas, y'all might want to riot. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Pain in legs starting in 12 seconds. Pretty much. That's literally what I was living. So yeah, just gonna put the pain in your kneecap right there, and then it's gonna move it to your shoulder, right? And once you get done moving to the shoulder and go to the neck, do a little, you know what I'm saying? Like do a little neck roll like that. What's up, Linux? Finally, someone normal just finished getting bitched out for being poor, not spoiling Finn. What is that? Here on YouTube Live. Yeah, you'll never get. I will never shame you guys for like not donating or anything. Like that's not something I'd ever do. I mean, I can't even shame you right now because like, you know, I'm not monetized. But whenever I do get monetized, I'll never like shame you guys like not being able to like. I'll never shame you guys for not being able to donate because it's not your responsibility to donate. It's really like donating to me is just something that people do because they feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want you guys to ever feel like you have to give me. Same thing when I am monetized on Twitch, but I never make you guys. I try my best not to make you guys feel like you have to, sub to me or anything like that. Like, just watch the free entertainment. You feel me? Financial dominatrix. Ah, gotcha. That's what it is. Got a pain parasite movement. Exactly. That's what it was like. Exactly what it was like. All right. So the second thing. This might be where I lose a lot of y'all, because I know a lot of you guys aren't really into wrestling, but I'm gonna talk about it regardless. It's like I hate the idea of begging. Like only give what you can. Exactly. Only give what you can. And don't give too much if you know you can't afford it. Because I know a lot of people be getting they be gifting a lot of money, but then they charge it back. And it's like, why? If you knew you didn't have it, why did you get this? Because a lot of people just want the attention. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people just want the attention of donating a lot, and then they just would have charged back, and it's like, broski. Broski. Go off on wrestling with Khan? I've been watching WWE. I've been watching WWE, so SummerSlam just ended, and we got a lot of news. First things first, Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, they had a hell of a match. It was pretty good, and Obafemi came up on top, and I thought once Brock pulled out once Brock pulled up the covers and stuff off the ring, I thought, Oba was gonna put Brock in the thing that he pulled up, but a lot of people are saying it was a mistake. A lot of people are saying that he was actually supposed to plant Brock in that. But I think that was a conscious decision. Be like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna do like that. I'm gonna beat you outright. Because you can tell Brock looked at it like, huh, he didn't actually put me in that. He just, okay. You know what I'm saying? They're still wrestling. Oh yeah, Brock. Well, technically yes and no, because this was his actual final match. Like this was Brock Lesnar's final match at SummerSlam. because he said at the end, like, you know, he is the past and Obafemi is the future, which, I mean, respect to Brock Lesnar because he has had a hell of a career in not just WWE. The man has had a hell of a career in WWE, boxing, every sport that he's done. He's had a hell of a career. So, all props to Brock Lesnar, man. Uh, what else happened at SummerSlam? Nick Aldis versus Gunther. Is it Gunther or Gunther? I don't know. Everyone says his name differently, so I can never really figure out. I can never really figure out who's who. But yeah, Nick Aldis versus Gunther. That was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good one. I did not expect him to last long at all against Gunther, but he did. He did. He lost, but he went out with dignity. You know what I'm saying? Probably accents, yeah. I'll be honest with you, this SummerSlam card I didn't really. There were only a handful of matches I was actually interested in, but let's talk about the main event though. Let's talk about the main event Sunday night. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. The main reason I even bought the pay-per-view, because I told you guys, I don't really be buying SummerSlam pay-per-views. The only pay-per-views I really buy are Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. I only buy, oh yeah, and also Money in the Bank. Other than those three, I don't really buy pay-per-views for WWE. Reason being is because nothing really exciting happens in other pay-per-views, at least to me. From all the years I've been watching wrestling, nothing really happens in stuff like Backlash or Night of Champions or what's another one they used to have? They used to have a lot of pay-per-views they stopped doing. Roadblock. Basically, the ones that weren't the three I just mentioned, nothing would really happen, and so I just wouldn't buy those pay-per-views. But the ones that I mentioned, those three that I mentioned, most of the time I buy the pay-per-view. I mean, I feel like WrestleMania has got to be a must-buy. Out of all of them, WrestleMania has to be a must-buy. Like, come on now. Biggest pay-per-view of the entire year. You gotta buy WrestleMania. Anyways, back to, I think I'm getting off track. But yeah, the main reason I even bought SummerSlam pay-per-view in the first place was because Roman and Seth Rollins were going to do their final dance, which they did. And I was disappointed for one reason and one reason alone. Dean Ambrose did not show up, bro. Dean Ambrose did not show up. And I get it, bro has made a big name for himself in AEW. He's doing his own thing over there. But I thought he could have showed up one final time. But when he didn't show up, I kind of just knew. Oh, you don't know who Dean Ambrose is? Dean Ambrose is the third member of the Shield that consisted of Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. And Seth Rollins broke up the Shield. And to me, Dean Ambrose was my favorite wrestler. He still low-key is my favorite wrestler. That's no longer on the roster. And the reason he left was because they just couldn't form a good storyline for him. Like every storyline they gave Dean Ambrose was just awful. And so, because I remember one of the last times I saw him, he came out with doing a promo with a gas mask on his face because they made him turn heel and then all this other stuff. It was just like, what are y'all doing with this? Every time he came out, I was just like, what are y'all doing with this man's character? What are y'all doing? But you gotta remember, this was back when Vince McMahon was still running everything in WWE. This was before Triple H took over. Um, but yeah, he left for AEW, and he didn't want to leave because if you watch one of the interviews as to why Dean Ambrose left, he literally says like, I can't believe they're gonna make me walk away from all this money. Like, can we not make one good storyline? And I was like, yeah, you got a point, Dean. You got a point. Because they were doing his storyline dirty. But back to Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, they have a big history. The whole shit. He was the one who smacked Roman Reigns with Seth smacked Roman Reigns with a chair, and then it just started a whole. Seth smacking Roman with that chair ignited a very long feud between the two. It ignited a very long feud between the two and Dean Ambrose while he was there. And it symbolized so much, you know what I'm saying? But I think that smack to the chair needed to happen. How you doing, Cole? Roman Reigns getting smacked with that chair by Seth Rollins needed to happen because if you think about it, let's say Seth didn't betray them, right? Let's say they just kept going with the Shield. Neither of them would be as good and as decorated as they are today. If you think about it, how you guys doing? How you doing, Lorian? If you think about it, because y'all remember Roman Reigns back then, he couldn't cut a promo for shit. Like back then, Roman Reigns couldn't cut a promo for shit. But now, dude, he's literally one of the best people on the mic. Now he's literally one of the best wrestlers on the mic, bro. So they're good because of the chair smack. Well, not during. So what happened in this final match that they had? If you haven't watched it, I mean, you're probably not going to watch it at this point. But what happened in their final match that they have together? Roman Reigns had the chair in his hand, but he threw it away. He said, "Nah, I'm going to beat you with my two hands. I'm done with the chair. That chair means nothing to me no more. I'm going to beat you one-on-one right here, right now." That's not exactly what he said, but that's basically what he was, saying. And Roman Reigns won, and after he won, he and Seth Rollins did a little fist bump in the ring, like, you know what? This is over. This is over. Now, I'm not saying we're never going to see them in the same ring again, because, you probably will still see them in the same ring at some point in time, but just know there's not going to be any more, like, animosity or hatred, which is good to see, bro. It's good to see lifelong rivalries end. All right, no more wrestling, bro. No more wrestling. I think I talked about that way too long. I think I talked about wrestling a little way too long. I want to apologize. What was the other thing? Let's talk about fast food. Let's talk about fast food. Something that's a little concerning, but I understand why they did it. McDonald's. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but in certain locations, McDonald's has either already started or they're planning to get rid of self-serve drink machines. They're planning to get rid of self-serve drink machines, and they're going to start making them in the kitchen. They're going to start making all the drinks in the kitchen. And the reason behind that is not really just one specific reason. It's multiple reasons, actually. And one reason I want to state here is just my own theory, but that's just what I think. So, I don't know why I did that. The first reason is because as someone who used to work in fast food, I know how it be, bro. I know what. Well, actually, I still work in fast food. What am I talking about? Sorry. For someone who has worked in fast food a lot, I know how it is, bro. You get a couple people come in the restaurant, be like, "Hey, bro, can I get a cup of ice, or just like a cup of water, or just a cup in general?" They would ask for a cup of ice or just a cup in general, and be like, "Sure," because they tell you you're gonna get water. Damn. Let's try that again. They tell you that they're gonna get some water, right? Yeah, I just want a cup so I can get some water, right? And instead of actually getting water, they'll get some Sprite instead. They will literally go over there and get Sprite instead. And you can't really call them on it because when you look in the cup, Sprite is clear. Sprite is very clear. I mean, you can kind of tell because of carbonation. You'd have to look at the carbonation, but I mean, looking from far away, you'd be like, okay, yeah, that is water. But if you're able to actually look in the cup and you see all that carbonation, you're gonna know that that's not water. There were the cups at fast food. Well, some people, because most restaurants, they don't charge you for a cup of water. Most fast food restaurants don't charge for a cup of water. Some actually do. Like Burger King, Burger King charges you like 20 something cents for a cup of water. And I'm like, you might as well just not charge them at all. But like, what? Ain't your everyday water? No. Nah. So yeah, that's one of the reasons they're trying to cut down on theft because some people just, like I said, can you get a cup of water? Sure. Goes immediately to the Sprite machine because it's clear. So it could be them trying to cut down on theft. Number two, I think the report said this part. Let me see if I can remember what the report said. I think the report said something about the machines being kind of hard to clean. I think that's another reason. But I mean, you would still have to clean them on the inside of the kitchen too, though. So I don't know why that would be an issue. Like you would have to clean the machine regardless. So I think that's what the article stated. I'm not sure. And what you doing over there in the Sprite machine when you just got water? Exactly. What you doing over there? What are they doing? But my personal opinion, I just think it's a combination of two things. What I said the first time, and I think it's really just them getting ready to start implementing a lot of these stores with AI robots. They're going to have all the drinks in the back, and they're also going to get ready to be putting robots in the back. But I'm not sure how that's going to work because everyone's so worried about, which by the way, this is a valid concern. A lot of people are worried about their jobs being replaced by AI. Feel like why you need that at the door exactly, bro. If you're waiting down south but going up a hill, are you going down or up? If you're walking down south but going up a hill, are you going down or up? I say you're going down at a high rate. I think that's the only answer here. You're going down at a high rate or a high level. Like Taco Bell and McDonald's already is like a lot of the restaurants have already started. They're starting off with like people. They're starting off with the greeters and the people who like take your order on the machine. That's the easiest job you can replace with AI. Is the order takers. Now, the hard part comes when it comes to stuff like grease and putting fries in baskets and lifting those fries. That's where the hard part comes in. That's where the hard part comes in. You still be going south? Hmm. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So the Southie Mountains. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whoa, I just messed up my contact lens. Hold on. We good. Uh, Damn, that threw me off. What else were we talking about? Yeah, we're talking about AI and robots. I've talked about the amount of jobs that are probably safe from AI. I think construction is a big one that's probably safe from AI. Construction will probably always be safe from AI, other than like planning the structures. Because actually making them involves stuff like concrete and other materials that I'm pretty sure if it got on a robot would mess up the robot. So those kinds of jobs are safe, but I don't know how many specifically. There's not too many. Where are you from? I am from Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. But I want to make something clear here. I want to make something crystal clear here. Alright? I may be from Bama, but we don't be messing with them cousins, alright? We don't mess with her sister, we don't mess with her cousins, alright? That's a stereotype of people who live in Alabama, alright? Let's get that straight. And I'll cut out this accent, because that's not how I talk. I just want to make that clear to everybody. Uh, well, damn, I already talked about everything I want to talk about. Fuck. uh, okay. Is there anything else you want to mention though? Hmm. I feel like I'm missing something big right now, entertainment wise. I feel like I'm missing something big entertainment wise, and I don't know what it is. Welcome back, Randall. What was it? Damn it, I'm trying to remember. I guess a lot in the beginning when I told you guys that we're not going to be thinking about what to talk about. I always say that we had a lot to talk about, but yeah, I'm kind of already forgetting. Oh yeah, the PC, the PC. Yes. Okay, so do you guys remember when I told you I made a post saying that like our PC is done with? We're not gonna be able to play anything because it was just like moving incredibly slow. Well, I was trying to avoid doing this because factory resetting anything is a pain in the ass. Like factory resetting anything is a huge pain. But because I was just getting ready to sell this PC, I was like, you know, we might as well factory reset it. That's the only thing we haven't tried. And so that's what I did. I factory reset the PC. And it took a while at first, but I mean, once it finally came back on, it started moving not exactly, as fast as it did in 2021, but I think it started moving as fast as it was in like late 2022, early 2023. And and I can happily say that I'm not sure if we can still play like games like Dead by Daylight on it, but I know for a fact that we can get back on our reaction content, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Because the last thing we need right now is for any of our electronics to conk out on us. Alright? Because we do not have the funds. And we are very close to hitting a milestone. The last thing I need is electronics, messing up. So I'm very glad that we can still do that. If the phone decides they want to clock out, we're cooked. Exactly. And this phone is pretty old. Like, this is an iPhone 10. Like, this is iPhone X. I don't know if it's X or XR, but it's an iPhone X. So this is a pretty old phone. So we got to make sure nothing happens to this phone. So I'm going to make sure I take really good care of it. But I mean, we do have our savings if something does happen to our phone. I would hate to take out my savings to buy a new phone, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, that was about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the live. I'll see you back here tomorrow, hopefully around the same time. And don't go broke. I'm gonna try. It's gonna be kind of hard, but we know how to budget a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you guys have a good one.